Hello everyone, and it is time again for another Right Hook results show. And two riders will be lucky enough to take home a €200 prize when all is said and done in the 3 of Spades tournament, which was a 250-word writing tournament. We had two brackets for this one. We had the Alexander Dumas bracket and we had the Agatha Christie bracket. And both were small brackets this week. We had 4 stories in each bracket, so each bracket went directly to the semi-finals with 4 riders competing for the €200 prize. With that said, we're going to go straight into it. And first off, we are going to the Alexander Dumas bracket, where the first matchup is Spades versus A Farther Shore. We had 2 judges for this one, and both judges scored it for A Farther Shore. A Farther Shore advances on to the finals of the Alexander Dumas bracket. The other matchup in this bracket, in the semi-finals, is Sally and a Butterfly versus Coca-Loba Gigantifolia No More. This one also had 2 judges. The first judge scored it for Coca-Loba Gigantifolia No More. The second judge scored it for Sally and a Butterfly, which gives us a tie, 1 vote to 1. So when we have a tie, we add up the scores of the judges together, and whoever has the highest total is the one who will advance. So I can tell you with a score of 73 to 71, with a narrow 2-point margin, advancing to take on A Farther Shore in the finals is Sally and a Butterfly. We now head over to the Agatha Christie bracket, where again we are in the semi-finals with 4 stories competing for the prize. The first match is Mature Tastes versus Mr. Right. This one had 2 judges. The first judge scored it for Mature Tastes. The second judge scored it for Mr. Right, giving us a voting tie of 1 vote to 1. So we added up the judges' scores again, and with a 2-point margin of 64 to 62, advancing to the finals is Mr. Right. The other contest in the semi-finals of the Agatha Christie bracket was My Bloody Infatuation with Librarians versus Making an Impression. This one had 2 judges, and both judges scored this for Making an Impression. Making an Impression advances on to the finals to face Mr. Right. Back now over to the Alexander Dumas bracket, where we are in the finals. And the final there is A Farther Shore versus Sally and a Butterfly. We had 4 judges for this one. The first judge scored this a tie. And normally we would go down the categories to separate them by order of importance. But this judge scored both stories the exact same in every single category, which is the first time that has happened. So that one will remain a tie. If we need to break the vote, then I will weigh in as the deciding vote. But we still have 3 more judges to decide. The second judge scores it for A Farther Shore. The third judge scores it for Sally and the Butterfly. And the fourth, and now deciding judge, scores it a tie. Meaning that we have to go through the categories to see which one it scored in favor of, and whoever they scored in favor of will be the winner of this contest. So on prompt adherence, both stories also tied. And it is when we get to the next category of overall impact or emotional resonance that we finally have our winner. With a score of 5 to 4, and winning the Alexander Dumas bracket, Sally and the Butterfly. Congratulations to its author, Piper Odelin, who has now won €200. Moving now on to the finals of the Agatha Christie bracket, where we have Mr. Right versus Making an Impression. And this one also had 4 judges. The first judge scored it for making an impression. The second judge scored it for Mr. Right. And judges 3 and 4 both scored it for our champion in the Agatha Christie bracket. Making an Impression by S.L. Jones. Congratulations to you. You have just won €200. And that concludes this week's results show. We are back again on March 6th with the Jack of Spades tournament, which is a 100-word tournament, and you can sign up for that right now over at GetRightHooked.com. We hope to see you there. Until next week, Right Hook, signing off.